Hey, welcome back. My name's Casey. If you're new here on my channel, I like to talk about fitness, beauty, and a few things in between. So if that's your jam, hit that subscribe button and keep on watching. So today I'm going to be discussing how to stay strong when the cravings strike. And through my learnings as a personal trainer and also just being very interested in learning about health and fitness in general, and also through my own personal experiences, I've come up with 3 main reasons why cravings happen. The first one being routine, the second being too much stress, lack of sleep, or an unhealthy diet, and reason number 3 would be deprivation. So let's start with point number 1, routine. Our bodies are creatures of habit. And when we become used to having, say, snack at 3 p.m. during the day, our brain becomes used to getting that energy intake at 3 p.m. So, say you've got a fitness goal or a weight loss goal, whatever, and to achieve that goal, you've got a workout plan, you've got an eating plan, and you're going good, you're going strong all day long. 2:15, you're like, oh, easy breezy, lemon squeezy. 2:30, you're like, oh, I'm so awesome, I got this.
She like, you can't fuck with me, nobody can fuck with me.
2:50, you're like, I'm feeling good.
Shake that ass for me, shake that ass.
But the second 3 p.m. rolls around, 3:01, 3:02, your brain is triggered for that energy, and all you're gonna be able to think about is that snack. Your cravings are gonna go through the damn roof. So, to overcome that, you need to get yourself out of that routine. Be it changing your environment, changing your activities, keeping your brain occupied with something new, and developing a new routine to overcome that old one, to get you out of that mindset, to get your brain out of used to having that energy intake at 3 p.m. or 8 a.m. or 9 p.m., whatever it may be. Become aware of where that routine is and find a way to get yourself into a new routine that doesn't involve overeating, snacking, and that craving food, whatever it is that you're trying to overcome. Point number 2 is not enough sleep, an unbalanced diet, or too much stress. I know you've heard them before and you're probably not going to be happy to hear them again, but the reason you keep hearing them is because they're such a big deal. And when you look at it, experiencing food cravings from one or all 3 of these things is very small compared to the long-term, grand scheme, big picture effect these things can have on your health. So it's very important to become aware of these bad habits and correct them as soon as you can for the sake of yourself, the sake of your health. So you need to take a good, hard, honest look at your life and determine what areas need to be corrected first. Is it that you're not getting enough sleep? If that's the case, you do need to start going to bed earlier. Whether that's 5 minutes earlier, 10 minutes earlier, start small and just work your way up. If it's that you're not dealing with stress appropriately, you need to become aware of all the things in your life that are causing you the most stress and just find a way to approach them differently. I know it's much easier said than done, but you need to start somewhere. Are you eating a balanced diet? When you're eating enough protein and enough healthy fats and enough complex carbs, your body's going to feel good. You're going to have energy, you're going to be thinking clearly, you're going to be living your best life. But when you're nutrient deprived, your brain is going to be constantly signaling to you to eat. It's going to be experiencing cravings because that's its only way to tell you that it's missing these nutrients. And its hopes is to get you to eat those nutrients so that it can thrive. Unfortunately, the cravings that we usually have are for junk foods, and those are the types of foods that aren't nutrient dense. So this vicious cycle continues where we're experiencing these cravings because our brain is signaling to us that we need these nutrients, we need better foods.
Feed me, feed me, feed me.
And so we eat these foods that we're craving and we're never fulfilled. And so it continues. And we're always fighting these cravings. But when you stop and actually take a good look at your diet, be like, okay, all right, so I guess I can't have a candy bar and a bag of chips for snack every day. I need to eat something balanced. And once you start to adjust your diet to eating better whole foods, your brain is gonna feel good. It's gonna stop those signals because your body's gonna be fed, and that's when you're gonna have the energy, that's when your brain's gonna be thinking clearly, that's when you're gonna be living your best life. Okay. We're in a new location now with, that's done. So as I was saying, point number 2 was lack of sleep, too much stress, and not eating a balanced diet. So I just very briefly touched on all 3 points because they are all 3 pretty major and could probably each be their own video talking about each one thoroughly, but I'm not going to do that. So that's all I'm going to say about point number 2. The next point was deprivation. So I try to avoid deeming certain foods as good or bad or healthy or unhealthy, because then we start to associate them as being bad and unhealthy because we are trying to be good and healthy. So we find ourselves in this state of depriving ourselves of these foods that we enjoy, which only intensifies our cravings. So I spent many years with that mindset because I was trying to be healthy and trying to eat a certain way, and pretty much all the time, all day long, I thought about food. I thought about when my next meal was going to be, when I can have a snack, because I was depriving myself. And your brain thinks that it can't have this food, especially if it's a food that you really enjoy, or if you're not eating enough food and your body's needing that energy, you're going to be craving. So when you allow flexibility in your diet and you don't deem these certain foods as being bad or unhealthy, you allow them to be part of your diet, your life, you're not going to be constantly craving them. When you are telling yourself you can't eat ice cream, well, guess what? All you're going to want is to eat ice cream. But when you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to allow ice cream in my diet, I'm going to have ice cream on Saturday, that's going to be my cheat day, the day that I treat myself. Well, then your brain is going to realize, okay, it's okay. I get to have ice cream on Saturday, so I'm not going to think about it until then because I know that it's coming. Did that make sense? So when you're depriving yourself, your brain is like, oh, when is it going to come? When am I going to get that food? Because that's a food that you love, and it's not realistic for you to completely void it from your life because it is something that you enjoy, and you are going to want it. So when you allow yourself to have it, it's not going to be that big of a deal. All right, now that we've talked about the 3 main reasons why I think cravings occur, I'm going to tell you a few little tips and tricks that I use to conquer my own cravings, because I am all about that snack life. So I spent many years with that deprivation mindset, and as soon as I was able to acknowledge that and overcome it, things really changed for me, and my mind was no longer always focused on food. And so now I allow myself to incorporate these foods that I crave so much. I am a sweet tooth for sure. So every day, usually after dinner, I will have a small handful of chocolate covered sunflower seeds and almonds. And that absolutely satisfies my need for something sweet. And I know that that small handful is not going to break my diet by any means. And so it's just a way for me to have my treat and not feel guilty about it. And it took me a long time to get there. So I think the important thing for anyone to do is to determine what it is that you're craving so much and find a way to incorporate into your diet so that you're not living that deprivation lifestyle. Other things that I do, chew gum. Anything I can do to keep myself busy, like when I was talking about the routine, just changing up my routine, going for a walk, doing something active, doing something that engages my mind, so maybe even like reading. I love art, so drawing. Doing something artsy really helps me because it's keeping my hands and my brain busy. Just doing something active that engages your brain, I think is a big one. So I don't know, I wanted to keep this video short and sweet because I sure can ramble, and I think there's a lot that can be said about food cravings in general and diet. So I just want to keep this short. I'm going to wrap things up there. I hope that you learned something, and if there are things that I didn't talk about that you do to beat your cravings, please leave them in the comments below, and thank you for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a good day. A big thing that has helped me overcome cravings is chewing gum. Doing something that keeps my mouth busy. That sounds not appropriate. I love art, so drawing. I like to write too, just like doing like, what's the word? Photography? Is that the right word? Drawing fonts. It's not calligraphy. Anyway.